Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gents, to all of you guys around there across the world that's tuning in right now. I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. All right, this is Warrior Yakanin, and this is another one, Bible TV Unleashed. And we're just going to go through a few scriptures right now, maybe just two, through the Spirit. I know Christmas time already passed up, but you know, Yahweh is telling me to put some more stuff out there just real fast. So it's only going to take a second. For you guys that don't know these scriptures, I'm going to start off with Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1 for all you followers and true worshipers of the Most High. Okay? It says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree." So the Bible never talks about celebrating Christmas, but it does tell you not to celebrate Christmas. When you read it in verse 1, it says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." So we're not supposed to be learning these customs and these traditions. And I'm going to give you one more before I show you this little video clip. Because if you guys don't want to hear it from me, then maybe you'll hear it from your oppressor or another person, another individual, okay? But let me read this last script and then we're going to get into the video. Let's get Matthew chapter 15 and let's start at verse 3. It says, "But he answered and said unto them, Why do you also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?" You guys transgress the commandments of the Most High God. Jesus celebrated, which is Yahweh Shai, he celebrated something called the Feast of Dedication, something that's called the Hanukkah. He never celebrated Christmas. So every time you guys go and celebrate these different man-made holidays, you're following the traditions of man, and you transgressing the law, statutes, and commandments and the words of the Most High God, which is Yahweh, okay? So if you don't want to listen to me, or you want to listen to the Bible, and you want to keep on following these traditions, or you want to listen to your oppressor, your enemy, well, let's put out this video clip real quick, and y'all can peep this out. Maybe you'll listen to him, all right? So with that being said, this is Warrior Yakanin. This is the Bible TV Unleashed, and tune in for the next video, man. All praises to the Most High.
90% of Americans celebrate Christmas in one way or another, according to the Pew Research Center. The holiday began in the 4th century when church officials chose to honor the birth of Jesus. But several customs we've come to associate with modern-day Christmas actually evolved from ancient pagan traditions celebrating the winter solstice. Historian Kenneth C. Davis is the best-selling author of the Don't Know Much About series, which we love. Welcome back to the table. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you. It's always a pleasure to be here.
So this is something I've always been fascinated by, because the Bible never talks about the date of Christ's birth, yet we celebrate December 25th. Why?
Well, primarily because in ancient Rome, there was a feast called Saturnalia that celebrated the solstice. What is the solstice? It's the day that the sun starts coming back. The days start getting longer. And most of the traditions that we have that relate to Christmas relate to the solstice, which was celebrated in ancient Rome on December 25th. So when Christianity became the official religion, in a sense, in Rome, they were able to fix this date, which some scholars say may be earlier than that. There's a little discrepancy about it, but there's no question that the fact that it was celebrated in Rome as an important day with gift-giving, candle lighting, and singing and decorating houses really cemented Christmas as December 25th.
You always say you don't know much according to your books, but do you know why we have a Christmas tree as opposed to a bunch of hydrangeas, which I think are really pretty?
This is another
puffy and pretty.
This is another.
How about that, Ken?
This is another pagan tradition. So Christmas is really about bringing out your inner pagan. The Christmas tree really comes to.
Who knew we had an inner pagan?
Yes, which of the wise men said that? I can't remember.
Well, it's like Halloween and a lot of other things we do. These all predate Christianity. But in the Norse world, Germany, the Scandinavian countries, where winter was really serious and the solstice was really an important idea, they celebrated the return of life by celebrating an evergreen tree. When Christianity came in, they started to use the evergreen tree, the pagan symbol, as a symbol of the tree of paradise. And they started to hang an apple on it. So little red balls on green trees.
Oh, that's
getting
the ornaments.
Picture here.
That's where the idea
That's
for
right.
ornaments
So
came
all
from.
of these things really celebrate the idea that light and life are coming back into the world, which is essentially what Christmas means to Christians across the world.
Right, and mistletoe?
Mistletoe, we can thank the Druids for that. The Druids believed that mistletoe was an all-powerful healing item. It hung from the sacred oak. In fact, if you met somebody in the forest, you gave them the sign of peace under the mistletoe. So people started to hang mistletoe above their doorways as a symbol of peace. This was such a powerful symbol of paganism that English churches actually banned the use of it. And in fact, the real war on Christmas in America begins with the Puritans in around 1659. They knew all of these things, the date, the traditions were pagan ideas. The Puritans banned Christmas for about 20 years in America before the celebration became just too popular.
You'll be glad to know all of your answers today were correct. You know a lot. You know a lot, Kenneth C. Davis. It's
Our
always
fact
good to have
checker
you.
over here.
Yes.
Merry
good to have you at the
Christmas to
table.
you, Kenneth Davis.
And this does not take away, we're not the Grinch spoiling it here. It still has all the meaning that it has, but we can celebrate it and understand where these things come from.
Good day to you with your favorite grandchildren. I look forward to that one day.